Girlfriend of 4 years left me for the man her family wanted. 2 years later, she's breaking down watching me succeed in business and love, with the woman who was truly meant for me. Hello Reddit I plus here. My girlfriend of 4 years, Vanessa, left me for a better man, someone her family handpicked. His name was Derek Monroe. Ivy League law student, trust fund baby, shiny teeth, and a LinkedIn profile that read like a political campaign. I was just Jalen Cross, the guy trying to build something from nothing. 2 years later, she's falling apart. Not because her life crumbled. No, it's all still glossy on the outside. But because she saw me, genuinely happy, successful, in love again, with someone who actually sees me. Soulmate 2.0, the real deal. But let's rewind. It all started at her cousin's engagement party. The first time I realized I wasn't the guy in Vanessa's story. Her family had always looked at me like a phase she'd outgrow. That night, it was clearer than ever. The subtle digs, the passive comparisons, and then there was Derek, cracking dull lawyer jokes while Vanessa giggled like it was Netflix comedy gold. She leaned in, asking about his future plans, his internships, his career in corporate law. She had never asked me about my startup like that, never lit up over my late nights building prototypes, or the risks I took chasing a dream. That night, back at my place, everything felt off. She whined about the elevator being broken. It had been broken for months. Said the bathroom was too cramped. Made a face when my dog, Pixel, jumped on the bed like he always had. She used to say Pixel was family. Now he was just shedding on her designer skirt. A week later, she gave me the talk. She came straight from work, still in her polished outfit from the marketing job her dad's buddy handed her without an interview. She sat at the same IKEA table we built together over cheap wine and laughter and said it, "I love you, Jalen, but I need stability." Her voice was soft, careful, rehearsed, like she'd practiced the lines in the mirror 100 times. I could see it in her eyes. "I can't keep waiting for you to get there." "You mean like Derek?" I asked. She didn't even flinch, just nodded, staring at the luxury watch her parents gave her for her birthday. She added something about needing a future she could count on. Something secure. I could have begged, fought, made promises, but I didn't. Something in me just snapped. "All right," that's all I said. She looked stunned, maybe disappointed, like she expected some kind of meltdown. "That's it? What do you want me to say, Vanessa? That you're breaking my heart? That you're making a mistake? That your family's warped priorities are clouding your judgment? Would any of that change your mind?" She said nothing, because we both knew the truth. 2 days later, she hard-launched her new relationship. Matching outfits, beachside brunch, his arm around her waist. Her caption? "Found my forever love." Meanwhile, I was still sleeping on our bed alone. Still buying her favorite cereal without realizing. Still finding her hair in the drain. And no, I didn't magically become a tech mogul the next day. That would have been a nice movie ending. But this was real life. My startup tanked a month later after a failed demo in front of investors. My lease ended. I had no money left. I moved in with my best friend, Marcus, a real one since college. He gave me his tiny guest room and half his closet. Pixel came too. No complaints. I started delivering Uber Eats by day, stocking shelves by night, just trying to stay afloat. All while watching Vanessa and Derek's luxury life unfold like a travel brochure on Instagram. Yeah, I should have blocked her. But heartbreak makes you do dumb things. I hit my lowest point when I delivered food to a bistro downtown. And saw them. Vanessa and Derek, dressed like catalog models, sipping cocktails. She had a new haircut. Classy, expensive. He had a Rolex that probably cost more than my whole car. She saw me. Our eyes met. For a second, I thought I saw something. Guilt, regret. Something. But it vanished. Replaced by that fake smile people give to baristas or strangers. That moment broke me. That night, I deleted every social media app. I stared at myself in Marcus's cracked bathroom mirror and said, "No more. No more pity. No more excuses. No more being a sad footnote in someone else's highlight reel." I rebuilt. I worked 2 jobs, slept 4 hours a night, and in every spare second, I built something new. From scratch. A real product. No flashy pitches this time. Just results. My new startup focused on AI-powered legal tech. Software that automated contract analysis for law firms. It was the boring kind of tech that didn't make headlines. But it worked. I knew the problems because I'd lived them. Marcus? He was my anchor. Brought me food when I forgot to eat. Hooked me up with contacts. He even helped land our first big client. 2 years. That's how long I went ghost. I didn't check Vanessa's socials. Didn't ask about Derek. I didn't care. Because while she played housewife, I built an empire. My product exploded after a feature in a legal tech journal. Clients flooded in. Suddenly, I wasn't chasing money. It was chasing me. We expanded. London, Singapore, Silicon Valley. And the real twist? My company was automating the exact grunt work Derek built his career on. Our software was replacing junior associates, including those at his firm. We were directly competing, and he had no idea I was behind it. But Vanessa did. I ran into her again at a tech gala in Manhattan. I was there to accept an award. She was there on Derek's arm, bored out of her mind. Her eyes widened when she saw me on stage. I saw her again after, cornered by the open bar. She looked me over. Jalen, wow, you look different, I said. She laughed, nervous. No, successful. I just smiled. Guess I found my forever too, and walked away. After that gala, I didn't think about Vanessa much. I had too much going on. International expansion, a new office opening in Berlin, and a rapidly growing team that counted on me. But she kept showing up, not physically at first, but through whispers, messages from mutual friends, random DMs I hadn't seen in years. Hey man, is it true Jalen's company just replaced Monroe and Carter's junior division? Yo? Vanessa's asking about you. Says she saw you on Bloomberg. Apparently, Derek's firm had just lost 2 massive clients, both now with us. And his name had started to fade in the circles where it once shined. My company? We were everywhere, quietly, efficiently rewriting how law firms worked. Then came the email. Short, simple, from her personal Gmail. Hey Jalen, I saw your interview on CNBC. Congratulations. Would love to catch up sometime. V. I stared at it for 5 minutes. Not out of pain, not out of longing, just curiosity. The kind you feel when you find an old journal in the back of a drawer. A week later, I replied, hey, sure. Just opened a new coffee shop near the office. Saturday afternoon? She said yes instantly. I met her at this sleek cafe my team liked. High ceilings, exposed brick, curated playlists. The kind of place Vanessa once said made her feel claustrophobic. But today, she called it a vibe. She looked good. Still stylish. Still carrying that polished energy, but different. Thinner, maybe. Tired. Her smile didn't reach her eyes the way it used to. You look amazing, she said. Reaching for a hug, I didn't return. Thanks. You too, I offered, lying out of habit. We made small talk, how her family's doing, how Pixel is. He's great, by the way. How crazy it all feels. Then, finally, she sighed and said it. Jalen, I've been thinking about us a lot lately. I stayed quiet, let her talk. I didn't know what I had back then. And seeing what you've built, who you've become, it made me realize maybe I was wrong. She blinked fast, fighting emotion. I recognized that look. Regret, dressed up as vulnerability. Derek and we're taking a break, she added, eyes scanning mine for a reaction. He's not who I thought he was. There it was. Vanessa, I said slowly, do you remember the day you left? She nodded. Silent. I do too. Not because of what you said, but because of what you didn't. She looked confused. You never asked me what I wanted. You were already gone before you sat down at that table. She swallowed hard. I was scared, Jalen. Everyone around me said I needed certainty. And you, back then, you were still figuring things out. Yeah, I said, and now I have. But here's the thing. While you were chasing certainty, I was building resilience. While you chose comfort, I chose growth. We made our choices. She looked down, twisting the napkin in her hand. Are you happy? She whispered. I smiled. Beyond. And I'm with someone now. Someone who believed in me before the success. Who stayed when there was nothing glamorous to stay for. Her face fell. She nodded, eyes welling up. I didn't expect to lose you forever. That hit different. Because part of me, the version that used to lay awake missing her, had once wished she'd say that. But now, it meant nothing. I paid for her drink, gave her a quick nod, and left. No dramatics. No second chances. No, maybe in another life. Because I had a real life now. A better one. And it didn't include people who needed me to make it before they saw my worth. 6 months later, I was on stage in Lisbon at a global tech summit. Vanessa was a footnote in my memory. Derek's firm? They ended up licensing our software after all, with a formal, "We regret to inform you" letter sent to every junior associate they let go. My team? Thriving. My partner? The kind of woman who celebrates my losses as much as my wins. And me? I'm not the guy who got lucky. I'm the guy who got left and got to work.